Everybody has the capability. It is just a matter of time and practice and sincerity and regularly doing it, consistently doing it. That is all. So practice is the only magic. There is no other magic.
You got it, ma'am. Definitely.
Yeah.
I will listen or hear question properly, then I will do.
Okay. All right. Okay, so that brings our background and where you're from. So my name is Lamika and I'm from Mumbai. I'm based out of Mumbai, born and raised in Mumbai, and I was working in the corporate sector for a very long time. And for 3 years now, I am into training. So I train on soft skills, communication, English, a lot of different as topics I train on. And yeah, that's about me. Right now I'm a freelancer, so I am not
Oh
associated
my
with any
God.
particular company. Worked for a very long time in the corporate. It's a topic which is very relevant today. If you are looking out for job in the private sector as well, or anywhere for that matter, AI or artificial intelligence is something which you should know about the tools, how it is impacting job, how it is affecting our life. That is something which you should read about. So what do you know about AI? What according to you, or what's your understanding of AI? There's so much happening around the world. Everybody is saying AI is going to take up jobs. What is your understanding?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I agree with that. Nowadays, if you are aware about technology or AI, ChatGPT, so definitely you can learn something new. Any language or anything like you want to become a teacher, whatever you want. Just go and ask whatever you want. Definitely you will get your question answer. You know
Hmm.
and if you have knowledge about like a freelancer or any you want to become a influencer, so you have a good content. You have good content. Doesn't matter any type of content you have in your mind or you have been doing.
Hmm.
So definitely you can upload or you can upload Instagram or YouTube. So there may be people they will watch your video and definitely not today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, you are gonna get viral. Definitely you will become a famous person in your life. Then people they will follow you because you have achieved the things which is very important nowadays. Just
Mhm.
because of it. And if you want to learn English, you go and ask just how can I learn English because I'm totally beginner and I'm gonna start from scratch. So definitely it will tell you everything. You can start here first, learn grammar. If you don't have knowledge about grammar, so definitely you must learn grammar because it is a basic. Without knowing basic, how can you start speaking? People always say that no, without grammar you can learn, but this is my perspective. I don't think that without knowing grammar you're going to learn English. Yeah, you can learn, but you can't become a perfect tutor or teacher in your entire life. So this
Grammar
is
is
my.
essential, yeah,
Yeah.
but don't
and
focus so much
and
on
it,
grammar. Hmm.
and if I talk about technology, so yeah, just because of it we have lost many jobs. People they are suffering a lot because they are over 50s or 60s, so they don't have a much more knowledge about it, and because they don't use a lot of mobile. And but they when they lost their job and they lost everything because they don't have any good skill because they are over 60 or 70. So nowadays we are gonna struggle a lot because
Hmm.
of it. This is
Hmm.
my perspective. In my opinion, I don't know about people what people will think about it.
Yeah, so each person has a different perspective about it, according to your exposure, your experience, of course. So, have you been using any AI tools in your English language or learning?
Yes, ma'am, I do. I practice whenever I don't get people practice with English. Definitely, I talk to them. I talk to them. I ask different question. How can I improve my pronunciation because I speak very fast. And you can say I'm influenced my native language in Hindi, so I speak very fast. Even though Hindi, I speak very fast. So that's why you can say I'm habitual to speak like this. If I have knowledge about English language, then definitely I will speak very fast, like Hindi. So yeah, mostly tutor suggested me. I had a conversation, many conversation I had. So they suggested me a lot service. Please, you can reduce your voice or rate of speech. This is a really not good thing. You and just I laugh a lot. I don't know why today I'm not laughing, but I laugh a lot. Just many more tutors, they got angry. They got angry. They got mad at me, and so that's why I don't laugh while having conversation with anyone. Doesn't matter. I'm talking with any tutor or just learners. So just I want to improve my physical and mental everything I want to improve. So that's why I'm here. Usually English. English is very most important thing in my life. Just I want to speak like you. That's it. This is my
So,
first
okay,
priority to learn English.
understood, understood. But you know what, Sarvesh, you haven't answered my question. What is
Oh my God.
happening here? Okay, what is happening here is both the questions which I asked you, uh, you went
I I got
off track.
distracted, man.
You got distracted, you
Well,
went
I
off.
got distracted.
Huh. So
Maybe.
first question again, you went somewhere else. Second question again, you went somewhere else. So the point is, you have to understand the question and respond according to what the question has been asked. Okay. So my question to you was, what kind of AI tools do you use in your English language learning? So you started with something and then you went somewhere else. जाना था जापान पहुंच गए चीन.
Got it, man. I
Yeah.
made a mistake.
No, no, it's not a
My
mistake.
bad.
No, 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 it is not a mistake. It is just the way we are learning, and it's a thing which we learn on the way we are going. With mistakes are fine, but the
I
point
think
is, even in an interview, if you are being asked something and you do not answer to the question, if your answer is not directly at the question, then it will be a problem. So you have to first give a direct answer and then elaborate on it. Okay, because if the answer is not related to the question, the interviewer will be he'll not be satisfied with your answer,
uncertifiable.
right?
Maybe, ma'am, just sorry for interrupting you. Maybe just because of lack of knowledge or vocabulary or sentences, I didn't get. So that's why I distracted. You can say another way, and I
No,
went another.
no problem. So let me ask you a very
Whatever I had in my mind, just I spoke to you unnecessarily things.
no, no, that's not, that is fine. Here it is not a problem. See, it is not about whether you are giving a right answer or wrong answer. It is not about that. People have different perspectives, different opinions. That's welcome. But we also have to keep in mind, are we answering the question or no? We should not completely go on a different track that the person who is asking the question is lost. That where is my answer? Right?
Sorry, ma'am.
No problem. No, you don't have to say
Just
sorry.
ma'am, I have a questions for you. Not for me. I wanna know that how to describe things in English and how to speak proper English. Like just you can tell me how can I learn English? That's it. Like you
You
know.
are already learning English, you are
Oh,
already doing quite well. You already have tips and suggestions from a lot of tutors. I am not going to say anything different. Okay.
no, no, no. They suggested me a lot.
Huh.
They suggested me a lot. So I learned a lot of from them. And
Yes.
because they were also tutor, they suggested me, they recommended me a lot of things. I have been doing so far. I've been doing, but I think you have a lot of experience better than me today. So you can tell me what to do to become like you.
Okay, so first and
Uh,
foremost, related to English is reading because I love reading. I'm surrounded with books most of the time. As much as possible, I read. Sometimes or some days there could be situations where I don't get time to read, but I make it a point to at least read something, some article, or some news piece of news, or maybe something which is of interest to me. but that is a daily routine which I follow and which I have been following since childhood, by the way. So that's a habit which has really helped me improve my language. That has helped me improve my vocabulary and speaking. Constantly speaking in English right from whenever has helped me develop my vocabulary, my pronunciation. Plus, I have been very fortunate to have studied in the English medium school. But having said that, it is not necessary that everybody who studies in an English medium school will speak great English. Not necessary. It is up to you, each person, how much that person is interested, how much are you investing time and effort and to learn the language. That is also important. Plus, because people will say, oh, I don't have the environment, but I have examples of my friends who did not have that environment, who were not from English medium school, but by hard work, determination, focus, they have conquered their, uh, I would say, hurdles, and they are speaking really well. So it is all about being very focused, consistent, and regular. And I've also had the exposure to a corporate sector where I have developed my other skills as well. So the thing I would say is be constantly curious and be hungry for knowledge, be hungry for learning. If you have that hunger in you all the time, you will definitely improve and succeed.
Got it, ma'am. So, ma'am,
Yeah.
just I want to know that how can we describe things like you asked me, but I could not able to. But I distracted somewhere else and just
So
I
you
went to
have to
that
you
topic.
have to first and foremost you have to listen very carefully to the question. What happens is when we do not listen carefully, we are already thinking in our mind, what should I answer? What should my answer? That takes you away or that distracts you from the question. And take a pause. You don't have to immediately answer. Okay, what happens is if you are listening to the question very carefully, don't start immediately. Take a pause, understand the question, think about the answer, and then start speaking. One is we are all in a great hurry to speak. That is not necessary. It's okay to take a 2 3 seconds pause. Give your brain some time to absorb that question, process that question, then start speaking. Okay, one is the pace of your speaking. Like you said, that lot of tutors have told you that your pace is fast, correct? So reduce the pace. Why will that help you reducing the pace? It will help you to think clearly, form your sentences, and speak in a very stable manner. When you speak very fast, your brain and your speaking is getting very confused because you're constantly thinking, what should I say, what more should I say, what more should I say. In that you are getting distracted, you are saying something else, the question is something else. So don't be in a hurry. Give your brain some time to process the question, understand the question, take a pause, then start speaking. Because what happens is most of the time, the moment the question is asked, people are in a hurry to answer, and you have not given your brain enough time to process and think about the answer. That is why when you start speaking, everything is one khichdi.
I disturbed you a lot.
No, you did not disturb me at all. I am pretty okay, I am composed. You need to be taking it slow. You haven't disturbed me. Right, you're
Okay, ma'am.
speaking.
So, what can I do to think in English? Like a proper English. Like I sometimes I don't get vocabulary or I don't get good sentences to make.
So, what are the activities you are doing as part of your daily routine for English?
Ma'am, I watch a movie or a podcast in English, and sometimes I read as well. And nowadays I'm having this conversation. I'm taking session here, so 1 or 2 days I take one session.
Yeah. So, reading is has to happen every day. right?
Mm.
Reading, and when you come across a vocabulary, a new word, you have to figure out what it means. That use Chat GPT. We are talking about AI. So today you have all the tools available. Imagine during when I was a child, during school days, we did not have Chat GPT. We had to sit with the dictionary. We had to sit and ask our teachers. There was nothing like Chat GPT, Google, nothing like that. But today you have all the tools. It is so easy. Everything is accessible. So make use of those tools, right? You don't have to go to the library, get a book, sit with the book, find out the word, ask the teacher. Nothing. You have a mobile, you have Wi-Fi, internet, Chat GPT. Use all the tools. When you come across a new word, ask Chat GPT, what is the meaning of this? Or if you read a sentence and you find a word in the sentence, try to understand the meaning of that word by reading that sentence. You know what is contextual vocabulary? Context. Figure
No,
out the
man.
meaning based on that. Okay. So when you read a sentence and you find a word in that sentence which is new, you will figure out somehow what it means based on the sentence. Little bit idea you will have, right? So try to figure out and then ask ChatGPT, am I understanding this word correctly? Is the meaning of this word so and so? You ask ChatGPT. Don't directly go and ask what is the meaning of this word. Okay, that is how you will push your brain to think about new words. Instead of directly asking what is the meaning of this word, try and ask ChatGPT. This is a new word for me. Is the meaning of this word this thing? Then ChatGPT will tell you, no, no, you are not understanding it correct. That is the way to think and push your brain to understand new words, right? And shadowing is another technique. Have you heard of shadowing technique?
Yeah, ma'am. Sometime I do.
You do that, right? So that will help you with pronunciation, with pacing your speech, because your pace is very fast. So when you
But,
shadow, and you should, hmm, yeah,
ma'am, but
go
they
ahead.
speak very fast because they are also native speaker.
So don't listen to native speakers
Oh
because
my God.
they have a different accent. Their American accent, British accent. Do you want to build an accent, or do you want to speak clearly? See, we are Indians. Unless and until you are going to work in an American company, we don't really have to develop an American accent or a British accent. So listen to Indian speakers, but good speakers who speak very well, who speak in a composed manner. They are good enough unless you want to build an American accent, which is first we have
No,
to
ma'am. Yeah,
have
I watch.
basic. Yeah,
I watch
go ahead.
them, but sometime I watch Mo Priya. I think you know about her, Mo Priya. Mo Priya. She's also tutor. Mo Priya.
No, no, I don't know.
Oh my
She's
God,
a
you don't know
tutor.
about her?
She's a tutor on English, Hari.
Yeah, she's also tutor. She
Okay,
had
maybe
earlier,
there are
but
many.
not now.
Sorry.
Earlier days she had
Okay, she
on this
was a
channel.
tutor on English, Hari,
Yeah,
earlier. Now, no more a tutor here. She's not a
yeah.
tutor here. Okay, so fine. You're following a tutor. That is also good. So, are you having sessions with her?
I had once. That's well, just she allowed me or everyone if you have a desire to uh, talk to me, so definitely you can get one session free. Otherwise, yeah, after that you have to pay.
Huh, obviously. Right. Yeah. So see, you can follow them, you can follow tutors, you can follow YouTubers whom you feel. My suggestion would be if you are going to follow native speakers, they have a very different accent.
They speak
No,
very fast.
you will not. They speak at a very fast speed. You will not understand the words. You will not understand the pronunciation. See, even we have problems when I'm watching when I watch English movies. Sometimes I also cannot understand what they are saying because they are saying it at such great speed. Then I have to rewind and listen. And probably there are subtitles, right? So why do you want to complicate your learning? Look at English, Indian speakers. They also there are speakers who speak very well, right? So just
Definitely,
take it
I
easy,
will.
do simple tasks, don't complicate your learning so much. So you can shadow Indian speakers as well, really good speakers. So those are things which you can incorporate, but you're speaking decently well. I didn't really find major issues, but there is a heavy MTI because North Indians have a different accent, South Indians have a different accent. So we have to work on that pronunciation and accent, right? And somewhere you said slow down the pace. That is the first thing I will tell you. That will give you time to process your thoughts and you will make lesser mistakes. Okay, fewer mistakes. Sorry. Could not able to. Is that sentence correct, Sarvesh? I could not able.
to get
Is that,
job.
can we say could not able? Could not able is not correct grammatically. Could means ability. Able means ability.
Both
Either
are same.
I was unable, you can say, don't use could and able together. That's grammatically wrong. You can say, I was unable to do whatever is the rest of the sentence, or I could not do it. Could not able is grammatically wrong.
So,
Okay.
ma'am, I made a lot of mistake. Like I always speak, I gotta go like this. I
I
gotta go. I
gotta go
gotta.
is fine. That's American way of saying it. That's American native speakers say that way. I gotta go. Indians don't speak that way, but it is okay if you want to follow that style. It is fine, but first you have to understand the basics, and then the next step will be to put on an accent or style or a slang or whatever, right? So that is what I
So,
would say. So that you have to decide.
so, ma'am, how can I make sentences like you? Like a good teacher. Like I don't
Practice,
have
practice
capability. I don't
more.
have capability.